A pleasant day to everyone. Again, I am Vincent J. Mayo from BS at Math 3B, and this is my fourth final project on the subject Abstract Algebra. And for today's video, we are going to relate the order of the group and the order of its subgroups. But before that, let us define first what is the order of the group. So the order of a group is the total number of elements in the group. So this means that the order of a group is defined as the total number of elements within that group. It gives a measure of the group size and is usually denoted by the cardinality of G. So, understanding the group's order is essential as it helps to determine the possible order of its subgroups. What about the order of the subgroup? So the order of a subgroup is the number of elements in that subgroup. So this means that the order of the subgroups refers to how many elements are contained within that subgroup. It is always less than or equal to the order of the whole group. So we have our group table here from our previous videos. And this is the our improper subgroup, our proper subgroup, and our trivial subgroup. So first, we are going to explore the order of the group. So we have the elements under the set V, I, N, C, A, D, R, E, theta, beta, gamma, epsilon, omega, pi, tau, and mu under the binary operation. So, the cardinality of our G is equal to 16 elements since we have 16 elements in our group table. So, the divisors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Next, we are going to explore the order of the subgroup. So, for the order of the subgroups, so we have 8 elements. This means that some of our subgroups has 8 elements. We also have 4 elements. This means that some of our subgroups has 4 elements. And we also have 2 elements, which means that some of our subgroup has 2 elements. And of course, we have our 1 element, which means our trivial subgroup, which contains only the identity element. So first, we are going to explore the subgroup with the order of 8. So we have the set V and A are theta, beta, gamma, and epsilon under the binary operation star. We also have the set of V and A are omega, pi, t, and mu under the binary operation star. Also, we have the set of V, I, and C, A, D, R, E under the binary operation star. So, those are the subgroup with the order of 8. Next, we have the subgroup order of 4. So, we have the set of V, A, and R under the binary operation star. We have the set of VA, theta, and omega under the binary operation star. We also have the set of VA, gamma, and tau under the binary operation star. And we also have the VA, beta, and pi under the binary operation star. Also, we have the set of VA, epsilon, and mu under the binary operation star. So those are the subgroup with the order of 4. Next, we have the subgroup order of 2. We have the set of VA under the binary operation star. We also have the set of V, theta under the binary operation star. We also have the set of p and beta under the binary operation star. We also have the set of v and gamma under the binary operation star. We also have the set of v and epsilon under the binary operation star. Of course, we have the v and omega under the binary operation star. We also have the set of v and pi under the binary operation star. We also have the v and tau under the binary operation star. And of course, we have the set of v and mu under the binary operation star. So those are the subgroup with the order of 2. Next, we have the subgroup order of 1, which is the set of v under the binary operation star. So this is the trivial subgroup, which means that it only contains our identity elements. So those are the subgroups or the order of the subgroups. So we have the subgroups order of 8, subgroups order of 4, subgroups order of 2, and subgroup order of 1. And as you can observe, 8, 4, 2, and 1 are the divisors of 16. Next, we are going to relate the order of the group and the subgroup. So, the order of a subgroup is always a divisor of the order of the entire group. This means that the number of elements in any subgroup is one of the factors of the total number of elements in the group. So, the order of the subgroup must always divide the order of the entire group evenly. This means that the number of elements in a subgroup is always a factor of the total number of elements in the group. This is guaranteed by Lagrange theorem, which we will encounter on the succeeding videos, and this is fundamental in analyzing the possible subgroup sizes within a finite group. And that is all for this video. Again, I am Vince Anjay S. Mayo, and that is my fourth final project on the subject abstract algebra. And thank you for watching.